Business Spotlight, brought to you by Cross Rhythms and BabaBaboon.
At the minute, you're either classed as a worker or an employee. If you're a worker, you've got less rights than you have if you're an employee. So if you're an employee, you've got things like unfair dismissal rights and that type of thing, whereas a worker has less rights than that. And how that actually comes about, it is to do with the contract that you're under, but also it is how the relationship is between the employer and the employee as well.
Can you just explain, though, what is the differentiation, if that's the right word, between a worker and an employee?
So a worker will have more independence usually. So like a 0-hour worker, they won't have to work certain hours. They can reject work if they want to. Whereas if you're an employee, you kind of got to work the hours that you're contracted to, and you can't reject it. You can't send somebody else in your place, for example, and that type of thing.
So if, a business, a company, and they're looking to employ somebody, not just have a worker, but they're looking to actually employ someone and grow the business, how would they go about that? How would they know, even what to do if they've never done it before?
Yeah, so obviously you put out the recruitment things, and that's a really important starting point. You don't want to start off on the wrong foot, so you need to be careful what you're saying within that job description and things to make sure that you're not discriminating against anybody by anything that you put within that. So even at the very beginning, you have to be careful with what you're putting out there. And then obviously going through the interview process is the same thing. You've got to be really careful about the candidates that you pick to go through and have a really clear paper trail as to why you're not selecting some people, because people can actually bring a claim against you if they think they've been discriminated against, even within an interview process. So you need to be careful from the get-go, really, that you're not making yourself open to claims and things like that.
Business Spotlight, shining a light on our local business community. Brought to you by Cross Rhythms and BabaBaboon.